Hi guys, it's Kevin, and on this Gopher project, we're reviewing the Warrior EVO QX D. It's one of two new heads that Warrior recently released, the QXD for defensive players, QXO for the offensive gear player. I chose the D because the two have the same face shape, but this one is a lot stiffer. I'm always going to choose the stiffer head of the two if they have the same face shape. The difference between the two is the bottom rail and offset. The D is going to have a higher pocket placement from mid to mid high here, and the O is going to have, it's more right down here, so it's more for a mid to mid low pocket. So all things saying, I would rather have a mid to mid low pocket, but when I'm going to go with the strength, I'm going to go with the strength. So let's go over what makes this one different from its predecessor, the Evo 5. We're not going to count the warps in this. We're just going to go straight Evo. Increased durability, lighter head, that's the industry standard. If you're going to make a sequel head, it's always going to be more durable, more lighter. They also used a Thermalock resin in this head, and what that's going to do is prevent the head from losing its stiffness in the heat. So you leave your head in the car, you're playing in the mid-south in the summer where it's just uncontrollably hot, the head is less likely to warp and soften. And again, this head's stiff. This head is going to snap way before it ever warps, and that's a good thing in a head. You don't want a defensive head to become a wet noodle halfway through a game. So, other improvements. The scoop, they've improved it. I like the scoop on this one far better than the 5. They've also fixed the sidewall issue that this one had, where this one, you get it, the sidewalls ended 1 or 2 spots too soon. I would still like another couple sidewall holes in here, but again, this was a pain to string. This is much easier to string. And it comes with a removable throat lock. So if you're using a carbon fiber head that has the top plugged, you can pull out the throat plug or throat lock and use that. Otherwise, they have everything you need. That if you're using another head, you can easily use that. So it eliminates head rattle. Couple things that I would like to change on this one. The face shape obviously has changed a lot on the Evos. Now this is a high school spec one, so it's going to be a lot tighter. But even the 4, I would just like this top third to be a little bit more narrow. You know, this would be a prime area to not box pinch, but just to pinch a little bit more. Because I don't think you'd lose the functionality of the scoop if you threw a slighter, tighter pinch into this. My massive knock on it is the sidewall holes in general. I think it was on the King series heads, they started to change the pattern of their sidewalls and use these ones that are kind of angled, thinking that it would lock your sidewall into the pocket. But the sidewall holes on this one were perfect. You know, don't change that. If, you know, you could put these sidewall holes in this head, I would like it a lot better. So here we go. Its price point is $90 to $100, so industry standard, nothing different on that. It's a good head. You know, like I said, if you're a MIDI LSM D, the D is ideal. My biggest knock on these Evo heads is when they were released. They were released at the same time or around the same time as the Mirage 2, the X20, the Kinetic 2, and you know, I'm kind of worried that it kind of would get lost in the wash on that. Now, I like the Mirage 2 better, but I like this head a lot better than the Kinetic 2. And if I'm going to compare it to a defensive head, it's on par with the X20. The X20 is super stiff. This is super stiff. The X20 beats it out on the scoop, But other than that, they're really comparable. So good head, $90. And I like that they geared it to the same face shape for both of them. If you guys have any questions, let me know.